Tiger, tiger, burning bright in the forests of the night. What immortal hand or eye could frame thy fearful symmetry? In what distant deeps or skies burnt the fire of thine eyes? On what wings dare he aspire? What the hand dare seize the fire? And what shoulder and what art could twist the sinews of thy heart? And when thy heart began to beat, what dread hand and what dread feet? What the hammer, what the chain? In what furnace was thy brain? What the amble, what dread grasp dare its deadly terrors clasp? When the stars threw down their spears and watered heaven with their tears, did he smile his work to see? Did he who made the lamb make thee? Tiger, tiger, burning bright in the forests of the night. What immortal hand or eye dare frame thy fearful symmetry? The Tiger. Okay, this is possibly William Blake's most famous poem. Huge amount being written about it. I'll just go through one or two points. I mean, you can't begin to scratch the surface of some of the things that have been said about this poem. Tiger, tiger, burning bright in the forests of the night, what immortal hand or eye could frame thy fearful symmetry? First thing I would say is compare that verse with the very last verse. Tiger, tiger, burning bright in the forests of the night, what immortal hand or eye dare frame thy fearful symmetry? So we've got the change in the word. The verb could has changed to dare. Now, great deal about that because we've got the middle bit of the poem to read, which we will in a minute, but really it's important, that change in word, and I think a good answer exploring this poem would explore why that word has changed and every other word is the same. The tiger. So this poem uses a very powerful rhythm, what's called a trochaic rhythm. It's written in trochees. It's dum-dee, 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 dum. Tiger, tiger, burning bright in the forests of the night, what immortal hand or eye could frame thy fearful symmetry? So we've got that tiger, dum-dee, bum, bum, bum. The rhythm is very powerful in this rhythm, in this poem. In what distant deeps or skies burnt the fire of thine eyes? On what wings dare he aspire? What the hand dare seize the fire? So the poem is a series of questions that are never fully answered. That's quite important because if you compare it with the Lamb, which we've looked at with the songs of Innocence, the Lamb starts with a series of questions, but they are answered. Whereas the Tiger, we never quite learn where the fire burnt of his eyes. You know, where did his energy come from? On what wings dare he aspire? You know, where did he actually get his powers from? His wings, his ability to fly metaphorically. Where did the tiger manage to get all of his energy from? What the hand dare seize the fire? What hand manages to what hand dare seize the fire? What's the nature of the creator that seized the fire that created the tiger? Where is this creator? You know, who is he? And what the shoulder and what art could twist the sinews of thy heart? And when thy heart began to beat, what dread hand and what dread feet? So again, a series of questions about the creator of the tiger. And in fact, this poem, you could say, is not really about the tiger centrally. It's about the creator. It's about the person who made the tiger. What the hammer, what the chain, in what furnace was thy brain? What the anvil, what dread grasp dare its deadly terrors clasp? So what hammer made you? Again, we got what chain made you? What furnace bred your brain? Was your brain burnt in? What anvil were you created on? The imagery here is of a blacksmith at a forge, and the imagery is that God is rather like a blacksmith who is bashing out the tiger amidst a great sort of furnace, the furnace of creation. This image is important because it ties in with other poems that William Blake wrote, where he shows the imagination as a blacksmith. He shows God as a blacksmith, and he describes this character who he calls Los, which is soul backwards, S-O-L, Los, L-O-S. The imagination is the sun god, who is at the blacksmith forge making creation on his anvil and in his forge, and the tiger is a sort of the height of his creation. So he is actually asking, you know, who is this creator? And I think we know who the creator is. We know that answer if we've read other aspects of William Blake's poetry. So I think Blake, in a way, is creating a sense of mystery here, but he's also wanting the reader to look at his other work as well. When the stars threw down their spears and watered heaven with their tears, did he smile his work to see? Did he who made the lamb make thee? That's particularly important, isn't it? Did he who made the lamb make thee? Again, this kind of who made the tiger? Who made this terrifying animal of violence and sort of deadly intent, prowling the forests of the night? Who has this immortal symmetry? Who has this kind of brilliant, terrifying perfection about him? Who, you know, is it the same creator? And I think there's a sense of wonder here, isn't there, about the nature of creation. Wonder and terror. Wonder and terror. So we also have what we have, apocalyptic imagery that we saw in the introduction and in Earth's Answer, to where stars are throwing down their spears and watered heaven with their tears. You know, that's a kind of a sense of the kind of hugeness of creation, the hugeness of the terrifying sort of explosions that were happening at the beginning of creation. when was that happening? Did he smile to see this kind of terrifying creature being made? And I think that the tiger comes to represent all that is terrifying but wonderful about creation. So the tiger is not only, an animal, a literal animal. I think it's not difficult to think that, a tiger is pretty terrifying. But the tiger is a symbol for anything in creation which is both terrifying and beauty. What Yeats calls terrible beauty. There are quite a few links here with other longer poems that Blake has written, and I think it's worth kind of doing a bit of exploration of the symbol of the tiger. Some people have suggested that the tiger was a popular symbol for violent revolution, that the tiger was used to depict the French Revolution, and that this is actually quite a political poem which is trying to describe how violent revolution is both a necessary but terrifying thing. Because Blake, of course, is very unhappy, as we've seen in some other poems, about the church and the way England was run at the time. And the tiger perhaps is a kind of hidden critique, a hidden criticism of the society he was living in. And Blake coming to the view that perhaps, the tiger is very necessary in a world which is so imperfect. But also Blake questioning and wondering about the sort of contradictions in the world. This is a world of the lamb, but it's also a world of the tiger. And so here we get a sense of experience being something which is complicated and difficult to understand, and not necessarily wrong. The tiger is not a sinful creature, he's not a lapsed soul, is he? He's just an aspect of creation. And I think that's important to realise, that there's a kind of widening of the definition of experience in this poem, and well worth sort of thinking about those issues too.
Tiger, tiger, burning bright in the forests of the night. What immortal hand